Hey everybody, it's Anna. Time for our final card in this week's tarot story. So we closed the week with the Major Arcana card, the Star. So the Star is a card that happens in the sequence in the Major Arcana after the Tower. And I think that's really important because the Tower marks a time of really big transition, like an old structure is falling apart because we've outgrown it, right? So it's falling apart to free us up for something, right? But even though it's a good thing, the way I read it, it's a breakthrough, it also feels a little bit like a breakdown. And that's the challenge of the Tower, is that something we've been relying on, maybe we're attached to, is now falling apart. And we have to kind of coax the mind to walk past the Tower after the Tower falls apart into the Star. So the Star is a call to rejuvenation and restoration. There's a naked woman in it. You can see the image right here, which shows feeling comfortable in her skin, being vulnerable, being open, and letting herself be supported and loved. So there are 7 stars in the sky, which connect to the 7 energy centers or the chakras. So there's this idea that each of the stars is balancing her energy, like bringing her back online after this big trauma. So there's also an image of her pouring water onto the ground and into the pool, again, about replenishment, her kind of engaging, and water in the tarot connects to intuition. So she's engaging her intuition, she's restoring, but she's not restoring to what she was before, because remember, the Tower fell because of expansion. She's restoring into the expansion. So part of this is about taking time, being supported, but it's also about kind of birthing into this new thing that you have brought into your life, this new expansion. And I always talk about this little ibis bird in the background. That's the bird of prophecy. So it's singing her name. It's singing to her, right? So this idea that there's a new level of prophecy is opened up to, a new level of wisdom, genius, possibilities, and you're feeling what it's like to step into this newness of this body. So what occurs to me is this week we've had 2 10s in a row, one of them reversed. And the 10 is about completion, letting go of something, releasing something. And the reversals I've read, and there was a reversal of the 8 of Wands yesterday, is about feeling a little hesitation about the release. And the reason we feel the hesitation can be because, well, as you release something, you're stepping into the new thing, which is the unknown, which is always scary to the mind. But also we're letting go of something we've invested in, something we feel connected to and attached to. Whatever that passion project is, whatever it is that you developed, you're putting in the world, it won't belong to you anymore. It's going to leave a space, right? It's going to leave a void. And there's kind of a sorrow and a sadness to the loss. So it's important to realize, just like with the Tower, even though it's, in the larger scheme of things, it's good and necessary for an old structure to fall apart, there's still a loss. There's still a sense of disorientation and sadness, and knowing that's part of the journey. It's so important for our minds to learn that pain is not, you can't avoid pain. Avoiding pain cannot be on the agenda for a human life. So we can't avoid pain. We have to, if you can agree to the pain, you recognize that it's part of, when we get wounded, pain shows up then, but it also shows up as discomfort when we are growing, when we're expanding, when we're releasing. So for the mind to get more comfortable with the idea that every loss results in a gain, because that's how the journey works. That's how our relationship to the universe works. And that's how, if you see the universe as cooperative and supportive, and that's a story, right? We're trying to help the mind adapt to the story that we are beloved, that we are supported. And so anything that happens to us, even things that hurt us, have within them the possibility for healing, for expansion, for new things. So the loss of the Tower opens up the possibility of the Star, and the release of the passion project plants a new seed in the world, in your life and in the world. So you're going to be able to live in this flow of greater expansion, greater creativity, greater connection, if you can agree that with that growth comes challenge, comes struggle. And I think that's the message of the tarot story and the promise of this card. Like, if you can agree to that Tower and dust yourself off from the fall and set out for something new, you will find the Star, and the Star will not only rejuvenate you and support you, it will help you see what you have become and open up a new possibility for you. So it's a really hopeful ending to this tarot story, I think. See you next time. Bye.